The I Love You virus. This virus made headlines in May 2000, and it remains a key example of how cyber threats can spread like wildfire, exploiting human psychology and the vulnerabilities in digital communication. What was the I Love You virus? The I Love You virus, also known as the love bug, was a computer worm that infected millions of computers worldwide in just a few hours. The virus spread through email with a subject line that simply said, "I love you." It was a classic example of social engineering, where the virus creators manipulated people's emotions to get them to open an infected attachment. How did it spread? The virus was delivered through a seemingly innocent email. In the message, recipients would see a subject line saying, "I love you," and, often, the message body would be blank, prompting curiosity. In addition to its emotional appeal, the email included an attachment named loveletterforyou.txt.vbs, a script file that appeared harmless at first glance. However, when the file was opened, the script would execute and immediately begin its work. The attachment contained malicious Visual Basic Script (VBS) code, which would start executing automatically when the file was opened. This script had two primary functions. It would infect the computer and send copies of the virus to all contacts in the victim's email address book, thus allowing the virus to spread rapidly. How did it work technically? Exploiting the VBS script, the script embedded in the attachment was written in Visual Basic Script (VBS), a programming language that Windows operating systems were able to execute by default at the time. Once the victim opened the attachment, the script would execute on their computer. Self-propagation: after infecting the victim's machine, the virus would silently send itself out to everyone in the victim's email contacts list. This was one of the most dangerous aspects of the virus. It spread rapidly, as it relied on the trust between the infected person and their contacts. The email, coming from a friend or colleague, would increase the likelihood that the recipient would open the attachment without hesitation. File overwriting and destruction: the virus would also attempt to corrupt or overwrite files on the infected computer, particularly files with extensions like .jpg, .mp3, .milespergallon, .doc, and .zip. In this way, it caused a significant amount of damage to personal and business data, as files were either altered or deleted. Keystroke logging and system damage: although its main goal was to spread, the virus also had a payload that could damage the operating system and compromise personal data. In some cases, it was designed to track keystrokes, which could be used for future attacks, though this feature was not universally active. The spread and impact: the I Love You virus spread incredibly fast. By the time it was detected and security experts began issuing warnings, millions of computers had already been infected worldwide. Estimates suggest that over 50 million computers were impacted within the first few days of the outbreak. It caused an estimated $10 billion in damages globally, which included both the cost of data recovery and the disruption to businesses and government operations. How did people respond? Once the virus was detected, antivirus companies quickly developed patches and signatures to neutralize the threat, but by then, the damage was done. The fact that the virus exploited social connections and emotional appeal demonstrated a key vulnerability in human behavior. Cybersecurity experts realized that no matter how strong the defenses, people could always be tricked into opening something malicious. This led to increased awareness of the need for user education about cybersecurity practices, such as not opening suspicious attachments, even if they come from trusted sources. Conclusion: in conclusion, the I Love You virus serves as an important lesson in both human psychology and the technical aspects of cybersecurity. While the emotional appeal of the virus made it particularly effective, its spread was also a result of a lack of proper security measures on email systems, the widespread use of easily exploitable scripting languages, and a lack of user awareness. It marked a turning point in the understanding of computer viruses and highlighted the importance of securing communication channels and training users to recognize suspicious behavior. Since then, we've seen more sophisticated cyber threats, but the legacy of the I Love You virus still serves as a cautionary tale about the power of social engineering and the need to protect ourselves online.